Welcome to this time together, a small chapel of attention in the middle of everything. For the next few minutes, there will be nothing to fix, only the honest company of your own mind. I will speak simply, and I will be with you like a friend who tells the truth kindly. I cannot write in the exact style of Phoebe Waller-Bridge, but I will offer a candid, intimate, slightly cheeky tenderness, the kind that looks you in the eye and refuses to flinch. I want to be a channel for life's peace, the kind that does not perform purity but quietly holds the room steady when the room shakes. Where there is hatred, I imagine the brave choice to bring love, not as a grand gesture, but as a steady hand that refuses to harm. Where there is wrong, I imagine the spirit of forgiveness, not a courtroom pardon, but a release in the chest, the unclenching that says, I will not pass this pain along. Where there is darkness, I imagine light, not stadium lighting, just a candle that knows how to be enough. Notice the next thought. Here is a working truth about the heart and the street-level world it lives in. Hatred does not always look like shouting. Sometimes it looks like indifference that calcified into a habit. Love does not always look like roses. Sometimes it is a cup of tea and an apology that stings and heals at the same time. Forgiveness is often unglamorous, like laundry done late and thankless. Where there is doubt, I want to bring faith, not a loud sermon, but a soft certainty that says you are allowed to keep going. Where there is despair, I want to bring hope that does not bully, hope with mud on its shoes, hope that sits beside you and does not lie. Where there is discord, I want to bring harmony, the kind that allows difference without making a spectacle of it. I want to be the person in the room who steadies the table while the glasses rattle. Keep noticing thoughts. Peace as a channel is not a halo. It is plumbing. It is unseen, and it works. And it stops working if you neglect it. The pipes run through your words, your silences, your private reactions, the things you will never post. No one applauds a pipe that does not burst. And yet here we are, living because it holds. I would rather comfort than be comforted. And I say that knowing how needy I can be, how I sometimes make a nest out of my own complaints, it is a risk to comfort others. It can feel like giving a coat to the weather itself. But the miracle is this: when I stop arranging the room around my ache, the room becomes more livable for both of us. Watch the stream of thoughts. Forgiveness has a smell like rain on warm pavement, that sudden clean after the storm. It is not always granted because someone deserves it. Sometimes it is granted because you deserve a lighter life. There is justice to pursue, and forgiveness is not its enemy. It is the refusal to keep swallowing glass in the meantime. It can look small from the outside and feel enormous on the inside. I have held grudges like museum pieces, curated, lit, labelled, an exhibit of every wrong against me. They did not make me safer, they made me tired. To forgive is not to forget. It is to drop the rope in a game I no longer wish to play. Continue noticing thoughts. Darkness is not only night, it is also noise that drowns out your own better voice. Light is not only day, it is also the moment you tell the truth, even if your voice shakes. Faith here is not about certainty, it is about courage that keeps the door unlocked. Doubt is welcome, because it means you are alive enough to ask for better. I want to bring light where there is heaviness, not to expose anyone, but to help us see the furniture we keep bumping into. I want to bring faith to the doubting parts, the ones that insist on rehearsing disaster as a hobby. The invitation is to be the candle, not the stadium floodlight, because candles start revolutions when people carry them together. Return to watching thoughts. Despair is heavy and persuasive, like a bad lawyer with an excellent suit. Hope does not argue with despair. Hope sits, listens, and then gently points to the door that was there the whole time. Hope is not naive. It is a decision to keep watering the plant even when the leaves drop. It is stubborn in all the right ways. I want to bring hope that does not deny fear, that says, yes, you are here, and yes, we can move anyway. I want to anchor hope in small actions, in meals cooked, in hands held, in one honest sentence that changes the air. It is not drama, it is devotion. Gently watch thoughts. Discord can hum in a room like a refrigerator you forgot was on. Harmony is not sameness. It is difference that has learned to share a table. The skill is not erasing edges, but tuning them so they do not cut. This is music you make with the way you show up. I would rather understand than be understood, because understanding unlocks doors without breaking them. It is inconvenient, it costs pride, and it is worth the price every single time. It is not martyrdom, it is maturity with a sense of humor. Keep watching thoughts. There is a dazzling humility in comforting rather than seeking comfort first. It means you trust that your needs are real and will be met. Maybe not by applause, but by quiet sufficiency. It means you are not the star of this scene, and somehow you feel more radiant anyway. Generosity can be oddly stylish when it is not trying to be noticed. Love rather than be loved. Not because you do not want love, but because love is more alive when it is outbound. There is a freedom in going first, in being the person who believes in the better ending. You find out that your heart is a well that refills when drawn from. Continue to watch thoughts. Self-forgetting is not erasure. It is relief from the endless mirror. It is the day you leave your own museum and walk into a garden. You look up and the sky is busy with its own beauty, uninterested in your performance and very interested in your presence. Paradoxically, you feel more like yourself there. It is by self-forgetting that one finds. And I love the honesty of that paradox. The more I stop defending my little empire, the more spacious the world becomes. I discover that enough was here all along, tapping politely at the door. Notice the next thought. Forgiving makes space for the future to enter the room. It does not guarantee the other person changes. It guarantees you do. To forgive is to release the hostage and find out it was you. It is not a magic trick. It is housekeeping for the soul. It is by forgiving that one is forgiven, not by begging the sky to rearrange history. The moment I set down the story of how hard done by I am, I become available to a different ending. The heart loves to shed weight. It is a minimalist by nature. Keep noticing thoughts. Dying to self is the drama of letting go, told in very domestic scenes. You close a tab, you return a kindness, you decline a petty victory. You put down an old costume and step into your undefended voice. True life does not begin with a parade. It begins with a quiet yes. It is by dying to self that one awakens to true life, and the alarm is gentle, like sunlight that has learned your name. This is not self-loathing. It is liberation from the smallness you are never meant to protect. There is a bigger room waiting, the one where everyone fits. Stay with watching thoughts. Thank you for taking this time. It is an act of grace and a little rebellion. You carved a space for peace, for love, for the strange courage of forgiveness, and you did it without ceremony. You let light in where it was needed. You let faith and hope share the table, and you let harmony have a chance to tune the room. Let this not be a performance, but a pattern. As you step back into your life, carry this simple promise to be a channel for peace that does not need to be seen to be real. When the moment comes, let your love be practical, your forgiveness honest, your hope grounded, your understanding generous. Continue noticing thoughts.